the pounding of the drum as we're ready for football at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Carolina Panthers.
2026 Carolina
Panthers. And we welcome you. That's the punter, Ethan Evans, to get this started. We are underway in Uptown Charlotte. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
When he was taken as the first overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, it certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama. Now, he's gotten some experience under his belt from a rookie year that had its ups and downs. He has all the talent in the world. Now he's got to go out and just capture it and make it happen. This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense, and boy, did they ever. Set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Leggett in motion. Back to throw. Young. Now a screen set up for Dowdle. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
Here comes Smith on the return. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. Man in motion is Smith. On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyron Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, L.A.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
He's got his man, Devontae Adams. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 10 yards. good for a Rams first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
They put Adams in motion. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. Had to push through that one tackler, but he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Parkinson in motion. On second down, here's Stafford. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Stafford. That one into the hands of Atwell. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one's good for 12 and a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Not much happening there, just a short game.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. Second quarter now. Rams in control of the football. Second down, 8 yards to go. As we are ready to get back underway. Second down, it's Stafford. That one too far over the end line. Overthrow, it is incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
Throw on third down, Stafford. And this one complete on the sideline. Good footwork to stay in bounds, but he is just shy of the first down. And that brings up 4th down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits, what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
Now a second down throw for Stafford. It is brought in the end zone. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
Now the try here for the point after.
Extra point.
He's got it. And the Rams will take a 7-0 lead.
7. Panthers, nothing.
the score. Here's Evans to send it away. On the return, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Panthers offense going to take over. Now for the second time, they'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
2nd and 10. On play action, Young. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Braden Fisk in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Out of the shotgun, Young. That one taken in right side by Leggett. Ooh! And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15.
1st and 10.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
They'll run with Dowdle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. It's a Carolina 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
They'll pick up 23 on that one. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
1st and 10.
If you have a shot to bring him down early, you just can't miss, Mike. Not against a runner like this. If he slips that 1st tackle, you can see how much more he can add to a run.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. To throw, Young. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Dowdle trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. Talk things over before third down.
The thing that stands out to me about this defense, Mike, is they just make you earn everything. They don't concede any downs. You see it here on this last play. Great job here. No gain. Force third down.
Once more from the 2. 3rd and goal. Throwing is Young. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. And he'll take this one in. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Panthers.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Panthers will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense and Devontae Adams heading back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Got a man downfield. It's Devontae. They're going to have it 1st and goal. He'll be out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. It's a huge play in a tight ball game. 47 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And he'll take it on in. Colby Parkinson. Touchdown, L.A.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Extra point attempt to come here.
For the extra point.
He's got it. And the Rams will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14. Panthers 7.
time, final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return is Trevor Etienne. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense is going to take over just before the half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Young. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Young to throw on first down. Quick throw, taken in. The Panthers will take their first timeout. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 45-yard line.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Young. He stopped the first-round pick, Teteroa McMillan. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Here's 1st and 10. Young. Complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how play call. And the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
Field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Panthers are back within 4 at 14-10.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
Four seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way. We hope we're set for a great second half, so let's get back out to the stadium and rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. Back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, this is Blake Corum. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Rams offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Short throw, pulled in by Parkinson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you can see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
On the carry, it's Williams. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the play fake, here's Stafford. Pass caught right side by Higbee. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Williams. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, LA.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
On 1st down, right back to Williams. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Stafford now on 2nd down. That is caught at the 3. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. 17 yards that time for number 17.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
Corum is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. An extra point attempt to follow.
The extra point.
He knocks it through, and the Rams are out to a 21-10 lead.
Panthers 10.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. Off the play fake. Here's Young. He takes off. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We begin the fourth with a carry by Dowdle. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Now Dowdle. And he's going to have that first down across midfield and down to the 46-yard line.
That's good for a Panthers first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And 3 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 3. Back to throw. Young. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. And he will score. Game on. Jalen Coker. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now, very big touchdown, gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Here's Young to throw. That's caught. So they get the 2-point conversion. And all of a sudden, that 11-point deficit down to just a field goal here in the fourth. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. On the return, here comes Corum. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. The motion man is Nakua. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4. It's Stafford throwing from the pistol. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw is Stafford. Pass is caught left side. That's Parkinson. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. From the 33, here's 2nd and 7. A give, and here comes Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 15. Good for a Rams 1st down.
A gain of 15. And the Rams 1st down.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. 2nd and 11. A give left side. Here's Williams. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
So it's a win for the visiting Rams. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. They come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.